What's up, everybody? It's the big-eared elephant. That's right. Dumbo, son. Oh! Oh! Okay, so you might have noticed the absence of all these movies, and that's because I had a very busy week. Why? Because I was watching 53 animated movies for you people. Okay, get off my tail. Just get off of it, okay? And yeah. My apologies for the audio being crappy. Hopefully, I'll be able to do more in my car in this location than I was at the library at my college. Yeah, that's where it was. But yeah, I'm probably starting now. I'm probably going to introduce something that I lacked and that I've noticed throughout Disney movies, the Disney in memoriam. This is to point out how many deaths there are in every Disney movie. Well, most Disney movies. Actually, it's most. Yeah. Not every Disney movie has a death in it. So there we go. Like with this movie, Dumbo. But before we do that, quick in memoriam of all the Disney deaths there has been on the past 3 movies. With Snow White, we have the Queen. And in Pinocchio doesn't die. However, he is dead for a few minutes in that movie. But then the fairy brings him back to life and he's like, oh yeah, I'm a real boy, son, oh yeah. So yeah, I'm going to probably count it because he technically died. But yeah, it's kind of a half death. So from Pinocchio, we have Pinocchio. Oh, whatever. And in Fantasia, I mean, I don't know if anyone died in it. There's like a bunch of shorts with music, so I'm not gonna count the deaths for that movie because it's a bunch of shorts. Yeah, it doesn't really get the point. So, Dumbo. Now in Dumbo, no one dies. This is the exception I was talking about. No one dies in this movie, but the drama is so thick in here that you really don't need it. I mean, gosh. Yeah, man, I mean, there are few points in my life that I actually cried. But I cried in Dumbo, man. I mean, Dumbo was... Dang, man. Gut-wrenching right there. I actually did watch this movie when I was a kid. Apparently my parents were more into the real sort of Disney animated movies like Dumbo or Tarzan. What else? I think, surprising enough, they let us watch Atlantis. And they might have let us watch Lilo and Stitch, but I'm not really sure. But whatever. We're talking about Dumbo now. Dumbo, I mean, this is a classic. Why? Because Disney knew how to do it right with the third act structure. Third act structure movies, man. I mean, what is Dumbo? Dumbo is us. Dumbo is the guy who's like, whenever you're being pushed around, whenever you get your loved ones taken away from you and you're just being pushed down constantly, you're Dumbo. But, like Dumbo, you have a gift. I don't know what gift you have, okay? But you have a gift. Use it. That's the lesson, man. And it's told very, very well. But again, the good parts about this movie, the drama is effective. When his mother is ripped away from Dumbo, and you see his mother shaking like this, you know, kind of like grooving out, but you don't, it's not, it's actually the complete opposite. When you see her do that, and then you see Dumbo doing the same thing, crying, it gets you every time. And then, when they finally see each other for the first time since she's been taken away, which has probably been for a while, I mean, when the circus mouse, or whatever the mouse's name is, when he has that one tear, and we're crying with him, man. And when Dumbo is holding on to his mother crying, I'm a grown man, okay? I don't cry normally in movies. It's gotta be really powerful to get me to cry. I rewatched this movie like on Friday. There's a text message. And I teared up, man. I teared up. Okay? There have been 3 movies that I've teared up at. One was Saving Mr. Bangs. I have no idea why. I think it was my first based on a true story movie that didn't have a little excerpt of text at the end, and that just affected me somehow. I don't know why. Number 2, I believe, was Titanic. Not completely sure if that was it. I'm kind of blanking on that. It was a while, okay? It was a while since I saw it. Oh wait, no. It was The Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 1. When Rick died... No, not Rick. There have been 3 things throughout media that I have cried at, okay? Number 1, Saving Mr. Banks. I have no idea why. Probably because it was the first time I saw a based on a true story movie without the excerpts at the end, which is like what happened after that. I guess that kind of affected me. Number 2 was The Walking Dead, when Glenn died. Yeah, spoiler alert, Glenn dies in The Walking Dead. If you haven't seen it by now, I mean, you're probably living under a rock, but when Glenn died, I cried for like a day straight, okay? That movie, that show, I can't even watch the show anymore because Glenn's out of it. Glenn was the only reason why I watched the show. But yeah. And number 3, Dumbo. I mean, normally you would cry in the next movie, Bambi, but I cried in Dumbo. Because, yeah, he's Dumbo. Everyone is Dumbo at one point or another. And yeah, there we go. This movie's obviously a lot shorter than a lot of the other ones that have come out. I believe it was like an hour long. Like an hour and 4 minutes long. But it still packs a punch, man. I mean, when Disney does it right, it does it right. And, yeah, the story is solid. Dumbo is solid. Even though he doesn't say a word. He's a fantastic character. The circus mouse. He reminded me a lot of what Jiminy Cricket should have been, which I commend them for. If you want to know what Jiminy Cricket should have been, watch the circus mouse in Dumbo. Because the circus mouse in Dumbo actually helps Dumbo out. He doesn't lead him astray like Jiminy Cricket and calls him jackass, okay? But yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones. Okay. So, the elephants, other than Mama Jumbo, Dumbo's mom, the elephants there are kind of stereotypes of gossiping women. It's kind of hard to say whether or not I should give that a bad grade, because this was the 40s and stereotypes were really out there, okay? Especially toward women, especially toward older women. So it's gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna put this as a pass simply because we know now and we're working toward not doing that. But also there's the crows, the crow conspiracy across Dumbo. Now look, I did a recording on Dumbo. I didn't really explain it. What I wanted to explain how the crows, in my opinion, are. So hopefully I do this and don't offend anybody. Here we go. There are some people who say that the crows in Dumbo are racist because they're played by black actors and they are portraying black people, the stereotype at that time. Some people have made that argument. To me, however, we've gotten a lot worse. There are a lot worse things out there. But to me, the crows in Dumbo are not that bad. Can you see it? If you look for it, you'll probably see it. But personally, as a white man who does not know how African Americans have lived 40s throughout history, even in the last couple of years, I'm going to say it's okay. I'm going to say that the crows are, in my opinion, not terrible. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody. I don't mean to, okay? That's just my opinion. There you go. Have at it. I will say, however, the one thing in this movie that I find terrible, and that is the stork. The stork is the Jar Jar Binks of this movie. And you're going to hear a lot of Jar Jar Binks throughout the reviews that I do. So, yeah. The stork sucks. He's used for the comedy relief, but he doesn't do it all that well. In fact, he's terrible. I wish he died. And in my opinion, I don't know how long he's in this movie, but I think it was like 10 minutes. It should have been 1. It honestly should have been 1. They just wasted 10 minutes of my time. So, yeah, on that note, But seriously though, he's on the overall scale of the movie, he's in there. He's in and he's out. He just sticks around a little bit too long. So on that merits, I'm going to say that Dumbo is beyond awesome. I love this movie, okay? You don't need a death in a Disney movie to pull off the drama and the comedy, okay? It's just there. You're good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the Dumbo being drunk. That's a little weird. I gotta admit that's a little weird. But it does have a little trippy, kind of scary element to it that kids apparently during that time needed, for whatever reason. So, yeah, I'll give it a pass just because it just gives us some good color, good imaginary mind F. So, yeah, I'll give it a pass. Alright, guys. There you go. Please subscribe to this channel to get more content. Hopefully after this Disney crap, I'll move on to something else that's better. I don't even know why I did this. Oh wait, because Moana's coming out. Here you go. So yeah, subscribe. And if you don't, I mean, I can't do anything to you. If I do anything to you, I'd probably have to go to jail. So yeah, please subscribe so I can make bank. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There you go.